Hello everyone and welcome back. HeirofCarthage here in the Malakai Makaisson campaign. It looks like the Skaven gonna give us a bit of an ambush here on this turn, and this is from Clan Eshin at Pomei. We had just taken the settlement, and this is that annoying thing that they're capable of doing. I have no idea how many armies they have. I do know that killing off 4 leaders and 2 thunder barges could potentially be very difficult for the Skaven. It depends on what they have though, so let's go take a look. All right, so they do have reinforcements. I saw that while we were loading. I don't know, again, what we're up against. A lot of the Skaven armies have been crappy. For all I know, this is where they've been keeping all the good stuff. I'm gonna pause it up real quick and see what I'm up against. Slaves, 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 death runners, slaves, rat ogres, death runners. They got a few decent units. They got a poison wind mortar. I'm mostly concerned to see whether they have rattling guns. We definitely want to stay away from poison wind mortars. I'm going to take these troll hammers. We're probably going to lose our artillery again. This is annoying. It just kind of is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. Try and run these units forward. Try and run these ones backwards. AI just is going to collapse on all of our missile units. And that's bad for me. But it's also kind of bad for them, because if they collapse right on top of my thunder barges, which is presumably what they're in the middle of doing right now, then they are going to pay a very deep and painful price for that mistake. So I am doing my best to pull my missile units back. I'm gonna do that. Let's hit play. There's no reason to really slow us down. Yeah, they're bushwhacking my artillery. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. If the Skaven are anything less than just completely stupid, then they can absolutely kill your artillery in these battles, because it starts at the rear of your column every time, bar none. So like and you have no control over that. So it's just one of those facts of life. But I do have the potential to cause extensive damage over here. Well, you're taking some fairly extensive damage as well, though. Okay, I did get my units back here. I was hitting the rat ogres. They are dead. I'm gonna go for the poison wind mortars. The brood horror got destroyed. Oof, one of my thunder barges is getting absolutely wrecked. I'm gonna have to pull it back. This gutter runner is actually just collapsing. I really don't want to lose a thunder barge. I'm gonna put another gyro up here and just see if we can get this thing out of here alive. It's really low on hit points at this point. Is it gonna work? I don't know. Doing what I can. They are still firing at it, so... Alright, I do know that they have reinforcements. We'll see what else they have here. We're gonna lose our artillery. Like, it's just a fact of life. Like, you can't save it in these battles. The Skaven deploy all their stuff right on top of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. They started shooting my gyros right off the bat as well. I'm going to move my thunder barges back here. I'm going to bring my missile units this way. I'm going to send my infantry back that way. And then bring my leadership down here. So essentially, try to escape with some of my missile units. I'm not expecting much. Let's see. I'm a little concerned about what their slingers can do to me over the long haul. Alright, we lost our Thunderer as well. We are taking tremendous damage. Okay, I'm getting back to safety with thunder barges. We're gonna start stemming the bleeding here. Snitch is in there after Ulrika. Okay. Yeah, not great, but we're alive. I'm gonna actually just dive bomb those poison wind mortars. Alright, let's bring the thunder barges back around now that I have a little bit more control over the battlefield. Target that mutant rat ogre. I knew this could be a possibility whenever we rushed Pomei. I was hoping that it would not be the outcome, but it clearly is. There's a brood horror back here still ransacking what's left of my artillery. The artillery is out for this battle, like it's not coming back. And it may be gone permanently. Wow, we just straight up missed with one of our spears there. That's really frustrating. The other one landed a big hit. I'm gonna actually pull these thunder barges back. They're actually probably gonna do... Wow, all of my skirmishers got bushwhacked as well. So the Skaven destroyed all of my skirmishers. I have no long-range capability, and I have limited infantry remaining. I'm gonna just pull back with my thunder barges and try to pull the enemy in closer. They did let one of my flame cannon crews out alive. I'm gonna take it and try and shoot that poison wind mortar. And I have just a few quarrelers who survived the fight. I'm gonna pull this hammer unit back here with them as well. The fact that my leadership survived should bode well for me. Did they really just spawn a summon there? No, it's in the fight. All right, what do their reinforcements look like? Skaven slave trash. Yeah, it's slave trash, and then they've got some dark shards that they picked up from a Druki ally. Outside of the dark shards, there's nothing there that's at all concerning. Get that artillery ramped up. There's just a few more things we got to get rid of here. I think we got rid of Snitch. I see another enemy assassin back here because it says Clan Eshin. I don't think we've done any healing yet on that thunder barge. The flame cannons doing anything to this guy? There they go. I think they've only got 1 or 2 guns operable. Fortunately, there's not much left for the stuff to hurt me. They got a black dragon from their allies. We, again, totally missed the spear. And 2 spears, just straight out missed. That's pretty cool. Like, just double spear, flat out miss. Makes sense. You know, when you're Skaven, you need everything to come together nicely, and AI is doing its part for you. This black dragon is not going to be an issue because we got our demon slayer there. I'm just going to slow up some of these units. The flame cannon is still free to fire, though that won't be the case for long. I don't see any large targets. Oh, Ulrika, hold on. There you go, rest in pepperonis, rats. Oh boy, that's brutal. That was savage. Just absolutely savage. I'm gonna use my flame cannon back there. I'm gonna keep my thunder barge away from some of that stuff. Alright, one of the enemy lords just died. And Ulrika, I mean, she just absolutely brutalized that blob. Alright. Yeah, it's over. So the Skaven had all the odds stacked in their favor there. They were handed my artillery and my army on a platter and still couldn't finish the deal. So that's a good outcome for us. Ulrika just picked up 1,011 kills off of that Pit of Shades. That was absolutely beautiful. I mean, a work of true spell mastery there. Look at that, 214 kills at only 926 value. That shows you just how crappy the Skaven were that we were fighting against. Somehow we didn't lose any units here. I thought we would probably lose artillery. That is a very fortuitous outcome for us. Again, that is always a risk when you're fighting Clan Eshin and other Skaven. They can attack you from an ambush stance in which they might get the ambush, even when they're on the attack. And it's frustrating, but again, just a reality of fighting Skaven. Because that's, oh, I joined the war with these guys, and of course they declared war on a, I wasn't paying attention what I was doing there. I shouldn't have allowed that war. Those guys are down here, and it looks like instead of doing anything useful, they just raised my settlement for no reason whatsoever, and to no benefit whatsoever. So some pretty smart moves on the AI's part, right? Oh, this is a legendary Grudge Lord that we haven't used. Okay, come on, go. There we go. Let's recruit him. I don't really need a huge army back here. We just need something to get rid of this garbage.
Let us begin.
So I'm just gonna stack up some like easy, quick to recruit, like one-turn recruitment kind of stuff, right? So like I can stack up a whole bunch of those and a bunch of that. Yeah, like this auto-resolve ought to be pretty favorable to us. I'll just do something like that. I'll just stack this up in one turn, and then we'll go find those guys. But that way I don't have to spend a lot of time or effort on those units either.
Follow it,
Alright, so the ambush for Clan Eshin didn't work. My armies are reset and ready to rock and roll. We need to continue just cutting a swath through Clan Eshin. Remember that Clan Eshin is the real objective in finishing this campaign. So I will be focusing on them, sometimes to my detriment even. Meaning I'm gonna let Tzeentch retake some stuff, because I don't care about Tzeentch at the moment. Killing Clan Eshin is absolutely paramount here. So I would like to be taking one or two of their settlements every single turn, if it's at all possible. At this point, yeah, and if we can get down into these mountains, we will quickly start rolling up everything they have left. I'm gonna hide this army so they can't see it as good. Let myself replenish. We're replenishing there. Again, see, Tzeentch might roll in behind me. Poxmakers might roll in behind me. Does not matter. All that matters is that Clan Eshin gets exterminated. And exterminated they will get. Come across here, and I'm gonna take this army in with Ungram. And I believe this is the Skaven capital. I could be wrong, but I think this is Clan Eshin's capital. Maybe not if they respawned, for instance, and came back and took something first. I don't know, maybe it defaults to their capital, but I think Jingpo is their capital.
To die in battle.
Let's build this, leave that, build that. Got another army ready to move here. I'm gonna just ruthlessly assault the Skaven here. Like I said, I've got armies pushing them from multiple directions now. Did they just run away twice? No, we can't reach them. How stupid.
Slayer.
Can't step quite back across that line. I'm just gonna leave that army like that. I'm not gonna force march them to get back over there. It won't be a big deal. Again, Clan Eshin's holdings are all that really matter here. However, I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity to kill Poxmakers because they're disgusting temple-laden freaks that deserve nothing less. So here we go. I'm gonna roll on into town with Grombrindle. So he has now arrived in Cathay, and we're gonna rid this area of Poxmakers. I see Kugath sitting on this giant commode over there. Can't get this army to replenish this turn because there's just too much Nurgle corruption here.
Bit unfair. They've only one army. Watch this one.
So failure there. Okay, let's... Belagar is kind of just stuck in limbo. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's not going to reach the end of the campaign in time, unfortunately. Skaven did have this army still behind me, and they recruited some Dark Elf units to help them. They got that Black Dragon. It is annoying with that army behind me, and we have to kill it, because again, the Skaven are part of the objective in the campaign. So I'm not going to let this one go behind me as much as it kills me to turn around and have to chase it. We are going to have to go get them, and they will be annoying to catch because AI usually somehow manages to have like 150% movement points every turn compared to the players' rather normal movement points. So I'm going to continue to take care of business here in the Southern Chaos Waste. Tzeentch hit another one of my armies with the mutagenic energies. It's the one that had just landed in the Southern Chaos Waste. That happened at the end of the last turn. I took care of the end of that last turn without you all being on camera here. Nothing of real substance happened, but now this army gets to sit around for 4 turns, essentially. Elspeth had showed up and laid siege and looked like they were going to easily take over the settlement, and then they just gave up on it randomly. So I guess I'll go take care of business here since they didn't. I was kind of welcoming the help there, but Elspeth doesn't ever get enough guns whenever you're not in control of her armies. Alright, Ulrika, that was a heck of a level up for her on that Pit of Shades. That was absolutely amazing. With Feebling Foe and Withering, those are both very good. And then I really just need to do unassigned skill points in the folks where I still have it set. That way, let's finish up Lightning Strike.
Speeds me doom. I'm for it.
And we have this new lord we got here because we have 18 skill points to divvy out there. Thunder, Tactician. There we go. Let's crafted weapon. Something like that. That'll be well done. And then I just have a ton of money to spend on all my buildings. I'm kind of just going whatever shows up first is what I'm building. Though I might go take a look at like Pomei and the Great Bastion real quick just to make sure, because that's relatively new area, and we can again at least make life more difficult for Tzeentch by ensuring that these settlements are quickly built up to be defensible. We don't need a Bugman's thing there. That should be a standard defense structure too, so that's a mistake.
Master of Runecraft.
Okay. Nothing else really over here. Let's see. Again, you'll see me, I'm just putting defenses and building these up to make them difficult for the AI to counterattack. That's my objective here. So like I said, if they get behind me and attempt to start laying in a big counterattack, we're going to make them fail. Oh, we already have one of those in this province. I'll make this a recruiting area just in case it is needed. Can't imagine that really being needed at this point, but you never know. Alright, so that's pretty much all the money we really need to dish out. Do you have a damaged building? Won't really matter, but I'll go ahead and fix it. Let's end our turn. Alright, so Epidemius is attacking Taizu that we took from the Skaven. Again, this matters not because it doesn't help the Skaven. Kairos is, of course, begging for peace, throwing all of his money at that attempt, but it's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this turn end. Skaven Interception. And I'm going to go ahead and just auto-resolve that one. That's a good interception. I think... No, that's not the army I was chasing in the Mountains of Morn, unfortunately. That would have been good if it was. It was the small one that we were trying to attack near Jingpo. But again, every Skaven army we defeat at this point brings us one step closer to victory. Our new lord is being attacked by that rogue army. I don't know that there's anything I can do about it either. We were defeated, but we pretty much took them with us. So I guess enjoy that victory. I'm getting pulled into wars now by allies, and then those people are probably just going to attack me. Yeah, exactly. They're all just going to attack me rather than attacking the people who's actually declaring war on them. We actually got a victory against them there, so that's pretty funny. So let's see here. The turn end is over. We have our armies that are heading for the sea lane. We've had a couple of setbacks, but I mean, those setbacks are extremely minor here.
Beards in belts.
Okay.
The past is the past. Bane of demons. Demon Slayer.
Alright, all my armies are headed for the sea lane. We're gonna take some
Retake the realm.
sea attrition on the way down there, which kind of sucks, but we've had worse things happen. Alright, I don't want the poxmakers wasting my time. I'm just gonna head underground with these two armies. This one needs to actually replenish for a turn, so I'm gonna head this way. We're gonna skip Han Uport. I'm just gonna go straight for the Skaven settlements. So I'm gonna head these armies east, and we're gonna knock out the basin over here, get all these Skaven settlements that are scattered out there, and then my armies over here are gonna be homing in on the Skaven like a missile.
Keep your axes close.
I'm thinking we've thinned their armies out enough where hopefully I don't have to worry about going in with lone armies. There is some risk to this, but it's a risk that I'm going to take.
Heading out.
Again, I just need to delete the Skaven settlements, and this campaign is officially and truly over. And I am hoping to move on with a couple of new campaigns. I'm going to do another campaign in Total War Warhammer 3, of course. But I'm actually going to start a new campaign as Carthage in Rome Remastered. And that'll be kind of a back-to-the-roots type of campaign, because that's where my channel started, because of the Carthage campaign video. And, I don't plan to end it there, per se, but, you know, we're a long ways in, and so let's do another Carthage campaign, shall we? I think we will. I can't quite reach Kunlan here, but I'm going to move towards it. And with this army, again, we just need to keep picking out Skaven settlements. I've got armies to get these ones. We are not technically at war yet with the Blessed Dread. And as much as I would like to kick their butt, I'm not really concerned about it at the moment. Again, I just need to wipe out the Skaven. That's the only thing that really needs to happen here. This army didn't move, and I think that's going to cost them their life. They may have been stuck unless they went underground. I think they can tunnel. But that Skaven army is now dead. They can't escape behind us and go try and make a Skaven refuge somewhere. I haven't seen any Skaven undercities in a long time, by the way. Not that I really wish to, for that matter. Okay, so that army is headed back into action. Belagar, again, still just sitting here in limbo. Thorak, ready to keep wrapping up the Southern Chaos Waste, and we can actually come through way up here on the edge of the map. Very southern edge. This army is ready to move underground as well, so we're just going to move on up there. And then at this point, we just have tons and tons of gold to spend. We have an endless supply of Oath Gold coming in and really nothing to use it on at the moment, just nothing necessary to use it on. I'm going to take this army and go ahead and just push forward. It's got the mutagenic energy issue going on. Might as well just keep moving it towards the front rather than totally sitting still. Ulrika is leveling up rather quickly, and that's good. That's what we want. Let's go with lightning fast. Just a few unassigned skill points that we got to deal with here. Not a lot, because we've turned over most of this to the AI. And let's see. I don't see. There is an enemy army down here. We can go ahead and keep messing with Kugath. I don't know whether it'll be worth our while, but see whether we can get him. Nope, we can't quite reach him. Alright, now let's just keep doing our buildings. Just putting kind of some basic recruiting infrastructure in some of these places. Again, very unlikely that we'll need it, but you never know. Might come in handy at some point. We have got so many building projects going. It is getting quite insane. Lamia going to be built up to tier 5. It'll be quite the fortress. There we go. Some good stuff. Another tier 5 settlement on the way. And I think that should do it. Just got some commandments to hand out. Wait, is that the one I did? Yeah. Alright, there we go. End our turn here. It looks like Epidemius has doubled back on Shangyang. This might be a settlement battle. I don't really want to fight this anyway because I really don't care about Shangyang and I don't care about Epidemius. I think it's a settlement. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. Even if I could win it, which we might be able to, I'm not interested in fighting it because I just don't want to mess with the settlement battle right now and get slowed down. I'm a dwarf on a mission here, and that mission is to eradicate Skaven from the world. And of course, if I wanted to, which we are not going to in this case, but if I wanted to, of course I could stick around and absolutely bushwhack all of these enemies who remain with ease. That was really a stupid move on your part there, broski. But yeah, we just don't need to. Just no reason to. Alright. Where's our master engineer is ready for duty. I'm trying to remember where he got wounded at. That was in the southern waste.
Master of runecraft.
Hang on. No, that's not where he's at. Rank gained. Ready for duty. Okay, yeah, there we go. Which army was... Yeah, that was his right here. Ungrim's army. Okay, good. So he starts right next to his lord. Gonna increase the mobility, but that's also gonna probably prevent me from moving any farther on this turn because he ate up most of my movement points. However, Toonland should be in our sights. Another Skaven settlement. Gonna bite the dust here. Weak head taker is there. I'm not doing these annoying settlement battles like this. The auto resolve's not gonna kill my units, then good riddance. Alright, Occupy Skaven and settlement battles are near intolerable. Head for the city of the Shugengen. Yeah, Skaven are definitely running out of settlements. Like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down there that we can see. That one's gonna be 7, 8. So they are definitely running short of places to skitter fleet. And that is exactly what I want. I will leave no rock unturned, no safe place, no tunnel, no cheese, mouse traps everywhere. Like that's the world that we're leaving for the Skaven here. And we'll probably just release like giant herds of cats everywhere too, just to make things better. Okay. Alright, so we are on the way over towards their 5 settlements that are still back over there. Skaven are getting absolutely ravaged.
Onwards.
Alright, so Thorak. Very near to the end of the map here. I think that is the end of the map on the east end. I almost about half want to just send him up to a sea lane and over to Grand Cathay because it would take him forever to get all the way back to the west end of this island, and there's already 2 other armies headed that direction. So there's really no need for that. Just start building stuff down here, but we're gonna turn the Southern Chaos Waste into quite the dwarven stronghold. I don't think this is ever what Zinch saw coming. know that the two heads, he's always looking at the future and the past, but did he see this one coming? And if so, hey, nice preparation. Nice preparation. Alright. Let's start building all this stuff. This army, I'm gonna go ahead and sit it here at the lighthouse. They've still got like 1 or 2 turns of mutagenic energies going on, which is of course very annoying and very Tzeentch. But all of that is about to end. Tzeentch's turns are down into the single digits here, and probably low single digits at that. Let's see. Our Demon Slayer leveling up again.
I'm sorted.
Just got more buildings to take care of. Awesome. The Dragon Isles are going to be built up quite nicely after all that. Still got more to come. And I'm going to drop, again, kind of some basic recruiting in some of these places so that I don't expect much, but if everything kind of goes south, then we'll be ready for it. Commandments available in a bunch of these places. There we go. We're going to be able to intercept, or no, we got attacked during this turn in by some Skaven, and we're going to go ahead and fight this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this fight, and we'll kind of kick things off. Alright, it's about time to kick the battle off. Skaven are going to start all their stupid shenanigans, of course. Is that the same spell, or was it just lighting off more than once? I'm going to take my cannons. I see some Warplock Jezzails, Rattling Guns. I'm going to start targeting those down. There's another Rattling Gun, 2 Rattling Guns on the other flank. We do have speed in this army. I also have tremendous capability against large targets. Try and dodge some of that Warp Lightning. We just managed to do. Okay. Gonna stay back here with the gyros. Rattling Guns coming in. That was a pretty idiotic place to summon. Alright. That is going to be 1 dead rat there. I'm going to give a charge, take my Doomseekers out, and start hunting down enemies. Okay, and we're going to get into that Mutant Rat Ogre. I'm going to start charging some of these units forward. I'm gonna go after these Rattling Guns. Rattling Guns are a pretty big problem. Smoke bomb this thing. Comes more Skaven's shenaniganry here. Just gonna dive bomb some of this stuff out here. My Brimstone gun got caught out because I mishandled it. That was a mistake on my end. They summoned on me back here while I was busy. Oh no, I have a Doomseeker there. Let's push forward. We're not having any problem with the main Skaven force, so to speak. And now all their weapon teams are going to get run down by Slayers. So despite this army being a little bit weak from range compared to some of my others, it's still very capable. Very capable. Alright, yeah, and our Slayers have now ripped through a lot of this. Keep that fire coming in. There we go. Their Warp Lightning sure is annoying. Wish we could kill whoever is doing that, but I think he's on that stupid doom wheel and I just can't reach him because he's got a meat shield of infantry over here. How are Doom Seekers getting beaten by Storm Vermin? That seems extremely unlikely.
Come on! Hello, Storm! For the ancestors!
Okay. Alright, this is pretty well over. So the Skaven, hoping for a good outcome against Ungram, they ain't gonna get it. Let's see if we can intercept this stupid Warlock or Gracie or whatever the heck he is. Alright, I'm out of here. Man, we absolutely filleted that Hell Pit Abomination. It did terrible. That was great. I'm gonna go ahead and replenish our forces there. Okay, so that was... yeah, that was Ungram where we moved off a little bit. Zinch has an army down there too, we gotta keep an eye out for it. It looks like Sigvald is coming after Jingpo. Again, I'm not really sure what their purpose is, kind of rolling up behind me like this. The only reason it's gonna matter is if they tear the settlement down and a Skaven army gets behind me and is able to set sail. The sea lane's kind of stupid. We actually hit it on the turn in, but the way that CA has it working, you sit here until the next turn and then decide to set sail. So that's kind of idiotic. Bit of a CA please there. So yeah, let's see here. Again, not concerned about the Poxmakers getting in behind me. I'm utterly unconcerned. In fact, I'm gonna just push on towards more Skaven territory, as I am on a singular mission here to extinguish Skaven. And we might very well end up in a war with the Blessed Dread, and that could end up being annoying. However, I have multiple armies en route, so if I do end up in a war with them, I'm going to suddenly have a mass of reinforcements, and things are not going to go well for the Blessed Dread, I can say that much, if they do decide to declare war on me. The Skaven, it looks like, have an army outside the Great Bastion, so that's going to be a nuisance. I see them just outside the Great Bastion here. They could potentially resettle something out there, or may have already a settlement up there near Zinch, so we might want to go check that out. I'm going to send this army out on the mission to go back outside of the Bastion and make sure that we have cleared out any Skaven in that vicinity, and then here at the Shrine of the Alchemist, it's gonna go down. The Skaven have Nangao. We'll have to head north with this army after this. But they are certainly running out of settlements. Clan Eshin was allowed to spread far too wide and too much. But I'll do my best to put an end to that. Alright, this army is on the way back down and can probably help avenge some of our grudges against scumbags like Kugath here. Might wipe this guy out. Since I just don't have a quick line to the Skaven with this army, I might as well kill off some of this scum behind me and get rid of this foul stench festering behind our lines. Wow, that is gross. It's just like a big diarrhea puddle on the map wherever he gets killed. That is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna head back around there. Garrison Lord. So Thorak, again, done here. I think... I want to say there's... I forgot this island's like way out here, the Tower of the Stars. I was thinking there's another sea lane somewhere back here that leads us to Cathay. It looks like we could actually sail through here, I think. Oh, and that is a Skaven settlement there. I mean, that is a heck of a sail for... Oh, there's a sea lane right there. And that is one that I would be interested in, actually. So let's put to sea. So Thorek goes back to sea. Where was that lane? There it is. It's way out here.
March.
Okay. So multiple turns before we hit that sea lane.
Of runecraft. Vengeful rune lord. I'm going.
Is this army over the mutagenic energies? They finally are, thank goodness. They're going to be able to keep replenishing finally. This army, there is just no... I want to say this sea lane takes us at least over to the Shadowlands, and then we could hop through the Mountains of Morn really quick. I mean, it's at least feasible.
This way. Young'uns rush to the killing.
Alright, let's go ahead and set sail.
My anger burns bright.
Okay, and then on the next turn, we'll head through with that next army. Ulrika, of course, still skilling up relatively rapidly. And let's see, hero not move. This hero is kind of pointless, I'm being honest, but
Fighting, walking, eating, drinking.
put this on an automatic skill up. And we just have our buildings to take care of, so I'm gonna do that and then end the turn, and I'll see you all on the other side of the turn end. Alright, so the Skaven showed up at the Turtle Gate, and they're gonna lose at the Turtle Gate, which is pretty funny. I'm in favor of that. We'll see if anything else big happens here during the turn end. I took care of all the buildings. I was kind of just going through and kicking everything off just because we can. There's no need to let like 1 million gold pile up in our treasury. Alright, let's see here. Got this army that needs to head back out of the Turtle Gate. Force march back that way. We basically gotta head over here and see whether... Yeah, see it says ruins. I actually think that the Skaven have a settlement out here. Now that I'm looking at it properly. I probably just about missed that earlier. I'm gonna go underground, head to Nangao. This army probably doesn't have a lot to do over here. I mean, we could just come up here to Wei Jin and take it from Tzeentch, because why not? And I'll kind of just... I wonder if we can go under the Great Bastion. I'm not sure whether we can. Maybe, since we own it. Alright. Imperial Road is secured. Jingpo is ruins, but I actually think it's actually ruins here. The reason I say that is because Sigvald had just torn it down. But it's not really important. I'm gonna head underground here.
Very well.
And we're about to catch up with the Skaven here. The Nanchang Basin. We can take another settlement of theirs right here. Kind of surprised the Blessed Dread haven't pulled the trigger on us. I understand their unwillingness to, because we're vastly superior to them. But at the same time, like, there's really no one left for them to attack, so I would kind of half expect them to do something. Okay, this army is ready to move. We're gonna catch Hyros, I think, down to his last few settlements here. I had no idea that the Southern Chaos Waste was even here and that it was this expansive. It's crazy. I guess that makes a lot of trouble for you probably when you're playing Lizards, because you can kind of just constantly get raided down here from the Southern Chaos Waste, which honestly would be pretty annoying. I'm gonna go underground. I think if we stay underground, we get to keep replenishing. And we're just gonna keep building. Hero not moved. Again, this hero doesn't really matter a whole lot.
Strolling by myself. Okay.
There are multiple Nurgle armies over here. One is Nakari, the other one is Epidemius. I'm gonna offer them a battle here with Alaric.
Attack!
He's in a forced march, so if we catch him there, he's actually just dead. Yeah, we did catch him. And I don't know if I I do want to auto-resolve this. I don't think Nakari's going to be strong enough to come in and mop up the scraps. I don't really want to fight it, so it's just kind of pointless. And I should replenish one way or the other. That hopefully will kind of hurt the Foxmakers in this vicinity. And I think at this point it's just a whole bunch more buildings. So let's go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and end another turn, and I'll catch you on the other side of this one. Garbrand and Nakari are working together over here, and it wants to kill off some of my Giant Slayers, which is dumb, so I'm going to have to fight this, but I don't really want to waste my time with it, so I'm going to fight it and not show it, and then I'll come back on the next turn. Alright, medium casualties my butt. That was no contest. I mean, that's like almost 14,000 gold value out of my Trollhammer Gyros alone. They killed both lords, multiple heroes, and whatever you call it, the stupid... Oh crap, I can't remember the name of it. It's like the little artillery single entity monster they have. I don't know why my mind isn't bringing it in there. Crap, like it keeps coming to the tip of my tongue and I forget it. I don't remember what it is. I'll think of it as soon as it's no longer important. Alright, it looks like some of our armies have arrived at the other end of the sea lane in Cathay, so this is about to get interesting. So Malakai arrives in the far east, and I'm gonna start sailing him down south.
Demon Slayer.
And then I don't know what to do with these characters. I guess I could just come over here and take stuff away from Tzeentch. And then again, if we end up in a war with the Blessed Dread, then so be it. But we'll kind of just split up. So now I've got 3 more armies on station. So the Skaven are in some serious trouble now.
The dwarfs need me.
Alright, that's going to be one of their settlements down. And another down. Just got over 100,000 income as well.
Summon me if you dare.
And we've got another Skaven settlement down here. I'm just gonna bounce. I was hoping to get all the way underground to here, but I can't. So we got one more settlement there. We've got this one down here in the port that we're on the way for, which will take me another couple of turns potentially. I cannot go under the Great Bastion. Actually, I can. It looks like they created a dead zone here, but I can move so far that I can actually get underneath it right now. So I'm going to be able to get out there to the Foundry of Bones, which I believe to be one of the last settlements out here. Head that way. What else we gonna... Okay, so Sigvald's in behind me again. Don't really care about him being in behind me. That's of little consequence. Right, so the Skaven... I don't think the Skaven are going to be around much more than 2 more turns, and it's just because that's how long it's going to take me to get to that far-flung port that they own. Off in the middle of nowhere. Clan Eshin, so Nangao is now out of their control as well. Yeah, they are in very bad shape. Belagar just ending the war back at his home, having a nice mug of ale. And... gonna move in against the Poxmakers. No real reason to, but nothing else better to do at the moment. Let's see, I got both armies here. Push that one up. I don't think we'll lose any units going for this without replenishing, and I don't really want to sit around. Be good to go ahead and wipe out Tzeentch here as well.
Not a one of us will bow.
Well, you don't have to bow. You'd be dead. Don't really care whether you're bowing. Alright, we've got a little bit more skill points to manage here. And then I'm going to do all these buildings and end yet another turn. We're down to, if I count it right, I may not. 1, 2, 3. Jingpo I don't think is Skaven occupied anymore, but it could be. 5 at most. 5 at most.
Runlock.
So yeah, we'll see. But again, yeah, I don't think it's actually Skaven occupied, so we should be good. I'm gonna go take care of the buildings, and I'll see you on the end of this turn. All right, the only thing that happened in that turn-in is that Sigvald raided Kunland, which, again, pretty inconsequential. Not really concerned with what he's doing there. I don't believe it's gonna have any impacts, so to speak. I'm gonna go take out Foundry of Bones, which I believe is one of the last Clan Eshin strongholds, and pretty certain, yep, that is confirmed. So it's one of the last 3 or 4 settlements that the Skaven actually hold. The other ones, yeah, look at them chasing me down south here. They're like, no, stay away, don't get us. We're gonna hit Bamboo Crossing here. So another Clan Eshin settlement down. I think Malakai is going to be the closest to Dai Ching here, which is probably the last Skaven settlement that we'll get to. Yeah, these were 2 that Sigvald tore down. I think that we've really just got... I think we've just got one settlement left before we obtain the victory here. I don't really think there's even a need to move these lords, so to speak, here. I'm just gonna bounce these guys back and forth just to get to our turn in and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything super important. We'll go ahead and attack these port settlements here, because again, Again, for some reason I'm wrong, and this goes on longer than I think, I want to be in a good position to fight the Blessed Dread, though that preparation feels unnecessary at this point.
If you say so, be
Bounce underground there.
Summon me if you
Keep moving underground. And we have arrived through the sea lane. We just need to head on into Cathay again. Not really a big deal. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn our Demon Slayer over to the auto resolve, or the auto skill point here. Don't really think there's, again, anything of consequence there.
That's the right Darwin.
All right. Give the Poxmakers a bit of a poke there before it's all said and done.
You might see me coming. Death and mayhem.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just end my turn real quick, and I think this is gonna be the end of the campaign here, folks. Pretty sure it will be, at least. So I'll go ahead and talk you all through this one. Thank you for those who have watched from start to finish, or those who just watched even part of it. Whether you're watching this while I'm making it, whether you come back and watch it years later, I do hope you enjoyed it. If this is, what is this, like episode 47, 48, somewhere in there, so we're talking, that's roughly been about an hour each, which means that I've put somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 60 hours by the time I add in editing and everything else. This is fun. I hope you all enjoy it. Like I said, it's in a giant playlist now. If you ever need anything to try and watch while you're trying to fall asleep or whatever it is, I do that kind of thing all the time. Hopefully, like I said, that it's been happy, that those of you who've enjoyed it, I appreciate you. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think that you want to see next in Total War Warhammer 3. Like I said, I am going to do some Carthage campaign and Rome Total War Remastered. So keep an eye out for that. Did they get the Nemesis crown? I think they did. That's funny, they got the Nemesis crown right here at the end. Like it's going to make any difference. Okay, let's go attack this last Skaven settlement. Wait, why can't we just attack that one from the sea? I don't get it. Whatever. Can't reach it from here. Just bounce underground there. Hold on. I'm gonna head down here, pick up Malakai. I might not be able to attack this one all in the same turn either. I think we have to end a turn after destroying their last settlement, especially if they have armies still around, but we'll see here. We didn't get a Clan Eshin destroyed. Oh, that's because they have another settlement hidden down here, the Tower of Ashung. I think that could be the last one. I don't see how they could possibly have another at this point.
Forwards.
I'll head that way.
I'm here now.
So they ended up having one more than I thought they would. I'm going to go ahead and end one more turn, and we'll bounce over to this next one and see what's happening. Right before I do, though, I want to go ahead and pay a little visit in Wrath
Quickly. Have it all
to the Red Fortress.
Don't stop till
Valkia was hiding out there. Feels good to give her one last killing. And let's end this turn and see if we can finish off the Skaven once and for all. Alright, there's a Skaven army in our way. It's Lord Skrolk. We're gonna knock him out. I can't actually reach their settlement on this turn, which is highly frustrating. But we can kill off Lord Skrolk. So we will shoot him dead.
Always need more skilled hands.
I'm gonna swing in here. Gonna be nowhere left to run for the Skaven. They've just got this one settlement down here in the far-flung corner of the map. That is incredibly irritating. Leave it to Skaven.
Send me to vengeance.
Be this annoying.
And that.
Just simply occupy that. And I'm gonna head back over here. Again, not a whole lot else to worry about here. I'm gonna go ahead and end one more turn, and then finally maybe defeat. Alright, folks, I think this is it. I think this is finally it. I hope so. We shall see. We shall see. So Throth the Unclean, we found him hiding at the far edges of the world. We've killed him all the way back since the beginning of this campaign. All the way to the end of the campaign. And that's it, folks. There we go. Ultimate campaign victory. Not short, not long. Ultimate campaign victory with Malakai Makaisson. Boy, we took over a massive swath of the world. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Look at that. Region's own. 242. 74 provinces. That is pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. A nice victory. Let's take a look at the end of this just for fun's sake. That is the empire that we carved out. We could easily map wipe at this point if we needed to. Can't even see it all on the same screen there. I love it. Like I said, we could have easily map wiped on this one, but yeah. Not necessarily what my objective was here. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off from the Masters of Innovation once and for all.